It's the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got Aaron Rodgers. Solid performance a week ago, throwing for 3 touchdowns. It's the Jets and the Bills, just ahead on EA Sports.
Well, there is a brand new stadium starting to take shape just across the way, but for now, the action is here at Highmark Stadium in Buffalo, New York. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Buffalo Bills. Hello, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at the Bills entering play here. The beat goes on, doesn't it? A perfect 10-0 to start the campaign.
And it's a good locker room to be in, too. Guys don't show up on game day hoping to win.
The Bills defense set to go here, coming off a game where they allowed just 3 points last time out. And the one we'll be watching is this man at corner.
And he really played well last week. This whole defense did, as a matter of fact. Anytime you can hold your opponent under 10 points, you've got a great chance to come away with a victory, and that's exactly what they did.
First play and a first throw for Rodgers. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. And despite injuries like these, Charles, with these guys missing, they've been able to keep that pursuit of perfection alive so far.
That just shows the depth that they have on the roster and the guys who are serious about being ready when their number is called. Someone goes down, someone jumps in, and they don't skip a beat. I think this team has a bunch of those guys, and some of them will be called on again this week.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. That's complete to Lazard. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. And, CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. But what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
On second down, here's Rodgers. And his throw here's incomplete. So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ballgame?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we had the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way.
And now off to the races, down the right side. It's a big play there for the Jets on 3rd down. 46 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Miles Jack with a sack. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. The Buffalo defense does its job.
adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
The Bills defense ready to go again. They're down 3-0 here as this next drive starts. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
The touch and time here critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Either just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. When there's extra defenders on the field, dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit into football.
Buffalo defense back out there. Their guys have the lead here in this first half. And they'll try to further the cause on their end as this drive begins. 1st and 10. Now Hall to start the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Rodgers to throw. Open man here is Conklin. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Rodgers now on first down. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. And it's a rush to the line right now for the Jets. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he will find his man on the outside. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
The Bills defense ready to go again. They'll try to get the football right back to their offense who just punted. So now they'll try to force a punt themselves. It's 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. They will find Davis. That's complete. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Rodgers to throw on second down. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Well, Buffalo defense back out there. They've been the dominant side so far, working with a 2-score lead here in this third quarter as this next drive gets underway. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 2nd and 7. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Wilson's got it complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. We're in the third quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Terrell Bernard getting in there to drop him for a sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
The offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now Rodgers. That one thrown across his body, and it's incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
The Bills defense ready to go again. They've been terrific all game long, have not let this offense get on track, and they try to close this one out here in the fourth. On first down, Rodgers. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Now Rodgers. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now a 2nd and 10. Rodgers now to throw. The throw left sideline falls incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. And again, it's Rodgers. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
We we've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. Buffalo defense back out there. They've put in a very good shift so far, and this one pretty well in hand. Just looking to finish strong here in the fourth as this next drive starts 1st and 10. Rodgers now on 1st down. He'll find Lazard here over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And that one too wide and incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. It just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's taken down inside the 30. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And now they're in the hurry up. Rodgers again now. Pass complete. He's got Lazard on the out route. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Rodgers going to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. Now Rodgers got to have this one. And the Jets are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Throwing is Rodgers. He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the deep...
The Bills defense ready to go again. They'll be summoned one more time here in the final minute of this football game. Here's Rodgers. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. And no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
The Buffalo defense back out there. They had the pick six just a moment ago, so they're feeling good as they prepare to try and make another stop. Now Rodgers to try again after the pick six. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Rodgers. Over the middle and complete to Wilson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. One final try now for Rodgers. And that one falls incomplete. And they're left now with just 2 seconds here in the first half. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick, and the Bills are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Bills, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.